and was evacuated from the basement.
Why she bent over like that, bro?
Despite signs
he
of
saw
human
some
habitation,
stuff. It's lit! Yes, sir. It is about that time, guys. Y'all already know we are about to check out the rubber, and we are reacting to SCP-847, the Mannequin. Now, guys, I know mannequins. What I experience in horror games, mannequins like to stalk their prey. They always stay still. They don't move. Think of Kinky from when I played Emily Wants to Play. She never moved when you watched her, but when you turned around, she started creeping. I have a phobia with mannequins because I feel like they're always watching you. Judging by the thumbnail, it looked pretty gruesome. Pretty gory, it had stuff coming out the eyes, and there was no eyes. It was horrific, and it made me want to check this out. I know I'm a day late, but hey, look, I've been busy with work. But however, guys, I will link this in the description below. I want all of y'all to go support these people. They take their time making these animations, and it's very, very interesting to learn something new. Let's just watch the video. So without further ado, let's get it.
Viewer discretion is advised. The mannequin became erratic.
It looked like a ballerina.
Plastic legs shambling over to him. Repulsion rose in him. But as it got near him, he stood up, leaning over it, trying to see if he could intimidate it.
Is he trying to hug it?
And froze. Hello, everybody.
What?
I'm the rubber. Today,
what's he trying to like?
SCP Foundation,
like comfort the mannequin?
SCP-847.
SCP-847
is a broken human female mannequin.
I see.
Constructed of human hair and an unknown composite fibrous polymer that abrades and shatters similarly to porcelain.
Ew.
Exploratory laparoscopy of 847 shows the presence of internal structures that closely resemble an incomplete set of bones, organs, and major blood vessels.
Wow.
Each of which are composed of the same polymer. Small trace amounts of a black, volatile resin similar to plastination.
But I can't with that face.
From the eyes and damaged regions of the mannequin.
Ew.
847 favors clothing designed for young women, leaving ample skin exposed.
Look at the lips.
The mannequin moves with erratic.
Why does it move like that?
While shuddering to maintain balance.
Oh, right.
It has 3 different behavioral patterns, known as pattern Z, pattern Y, and pattern X.
What is this,
pattern
math?
Z occurs when there is no human within 50 meters. 847 remains inanimate and silent 99.5% of the time.
But that's
under
creepy.
These conditions.
Imagine seeing that down a dark hallway.
Available full-length mirror and make a pose that showcases its outfit. On rare occasions, 847 will scratch short messages on nearby surfaces with a finger.
What's that say?
Examples of messages written include, "Don't leave me. You can own me. I can change. And you're my master."
No! No!
Pattern Y is adopted when there are only males around.
Ew.
Initial stage behaviors involve emitting vocalizations resembling high-pitched whimpering and gasps, in addition to more provocative poses. After 3 to 5 minutes of the initial stage, 847's behavior enters a secondary stage.
It's trying to seduce!
It becomes
Whoa!
fully animate, approaching any male subject, attempting to look into the subject's eyes. Vocalizations during this period become more frequent and longer in duration.
But that's a turn off, not on!
Fully alter or pose 847 during this time. 847 will then shatter select portions of its body and or extract internal structures when the subject leaves. Once the shattering or extraction is complete, it emits sobbing vocalizations and reverts back to pattern Z.
Dang.
Pattern X occurs when any female subject approaches within 50 meters, whether male subjects are present or not. It will emit vocalizations resembling distressed grunts and screeches before becoming immediately and physically attacking any woman nearby.
Dang!
During pattern X,
Woman hater!
847's strength and speed are greatly increased, with sprints of up to 45 kilometers per hour and exertion of 40 kilonewtons of force.
Bro, that's stronger than me!
During an attack, 847 will occasionally shatter an appendage, usually a finger or toe, in order to produce a sharp edge.
She gonna cut him.
plastination resin is released from its eyes, mouth, and shattered sections of its body.
Ew!
Resin falling in open wounds results in a quick hardening of soft tissues that spread until the victim's body reaches a composition of a similar polymer as 847.
Oh my
Following
goodness.
plastination, it will harvest selected body parts from the victim corresponding to damaged sections of its own body.
What?
It will fuse these parts to its body via the resin. Not
Yo!
all damaged sections will be repaired in this way.
Okay.
Upon completion of harvesting, it will return to pattern Y if there is a male subject around.
That's
Or
insane.
it will return to pattern Z.
It steals
when it is
people's
alone.
body parts.
The resin
If it's missing a
produced by
body part
847
in particular.
has been shown to have its anomalous plastination effects occur only when applied to soft tissues of women.
Oh,
The resin
man.
has no effect on cadaverous, non-human, or male tissue.
Got you.
Application of high voltage electricity in excess of 10 kilovolts will cause a temporary solidification of the resin, resulting in 847
I
becoming
like the
inanimate
animated
for
version that they gave her. Like,
approximately
she's
5
all
minutes,
chibi.
regardless
That's
of the
cute.
behavior pattern expressed at the time. SCP-847 was first discovered during a federal human trafficking investigation.
Uh-huh.
It was found in the basement of an abandoned department store in Las Vegas.
Why would you
on
take that?
23, 1983.
I would have burned that sucker.
Surrounded by
Or left
partially
it.
disassembled and broken non-anomalous female mannequins wrapped
Mm.
in plastic sheets. FBI agents on the scene witnessed 847 exhibit pattern Y upon their discovery
And
of
it
the
was
subject.
still alive. Moving.
Initially, agents
Standing
believed that it was
menacingly.
a trafficking victim, so they moved in to intervene and assist.
What? Look.
847
Oh!
then switched to pattern X and attacked one of the female agents. The agent subdued 847 with her stun gun and was evacuated from the basement.
Why is she bent over like that,
However,
bro?
despite signs
He
of
saw
human
some stuff.
habitation, the trafficking victims were never found. On September 23, 2013, researcher Tyler Jensen and Dr. Tyrone Hardy decided to put subject D7294 into
Wow.
SCP-847's containment as part of an observational test.
I wouldn't have volunteered.
D7294 was told to sit
And why is it the
directly in
black
front of the
man
mannequin,
doing it?
converse, and
We
lightly
would not be
interact
doing
with it.
that, bro.
He was warned to not damage 847 for the duration of the test,
Uh-huh.
which was not to be longer than 20 minutes.
What?
The lights flashed on when D7294 entered the testing area.
But he looked like he had
The
loads of
mannequin,
bread on the
it looked
shoes.
decrepit,
For shoes.
worn down, horrendous. It
Yeah.
had hair on it, clothes, all its body parts, but even just sitting in the chair on the other side of the room,
Mm-hmm.
he could tell how pitiful it looked.
Exactly.
He had not felt this disgusted looking at something resembling a woman
Right.
in a long time.
Right.
20 minutes to interact with an ugly mannequin like this
Right.
would feel like an eternity.
No, that's right.
It shuddered. D7294 looked taken aback, raising an eyebrow in surprise. It was not the most shocking
Bruh,
or
I would've
grotesque
been like
display he
that
saw
too.
since being a D-class, but it was repulsive in its own right.
Exactly.
As he watched, it made small, sudden adjustments to its position. It looked like a puppet, being pulled on its strings. He could only
This
watch
is so
in fascination as it kept
unsatisfying.
moving like a puppet, as if it was inviting
Gosh.
him, wanting him to
Bro,
play.
that's the worst thumbnail that's
10
putting
minutes
us
passed
on.
like this, and then intercom buzzed. D7294. If you refuse to participate in testing, I'm watching. Carry on then.
I'll get the freak
It
out.
was
Let
then
me
that the
out.
mannequin stood up, gasping and leaning in his direction.
Oh no.
And he felt his heart soar. The way the mannequin headed over
Why
to
is she
where
walking like that?
D7294 was sitting, the mannequin became erratic, dragging its plastic legs, shambling over to him. Repulsion rose in him.
Repulsion.
But as it got near him,
Okay.
he stood up, leaning over it, trying to see if he could intimidate it. It stopped and froze.
Uh-oh.
"You're adorable, aren't you?" he muttered, grabbing its arm and moving it around.
He's positioning it.
It made more noises, while D7294 played with it.
Ew.
He let go and walked around behind it, grabbing various body parts to move around and pose.
She dabbing.
He ran a hand across its eyes, shuddering at how real they felt.
What?
Real eyes, porcelain skin.
Uh-huh.
Your hands feel cheaper than everywhere else. You couldn't ever attract a male like this, could you? You dumb animal.
Oh!
It continued making sounds, this time sounding vaguely fearful.
That's kind of
D7294 let go and walked back to his front, feeling its hands and fingers.
I wouldn't be touching this thing.
Make some actual sounds this time. Talk to me.
He getting aggressive.
He broke off a finger.
No!
Nothing had changed. Useless. He could immediately faintly hear the sounds of guards rushing towards the
yeah, because he brought out the finger.
As he let go and backed away.
He gonna lose a finger now.
Mannequin erratically jerking towards his position. The intercom buzzed.
Because he's leaving, so she got mild.
You were instructed not to damage the item.
I knew it. See?
Testing is over. The guards opened the door and started to forcefully drag him out. He didn't resist, continuing to stare at the mannequin until the doors closed. He sighed, feeling slight disappointment mixed with a rush of thrill. 50 meters away from the area, heading towards an interview room, he could hear screaming and the sound of something breaking. He grinned and felt warmth in his head. 7294 laid in his bed that night, absent-mindedly thinking of the encounter earlier with the mannequin. It was the first real sense of enjoyment he had gotten in months. Although from how the researchers had talked to him, he had a distinct feeling he wouldn't be returning to see it again.
Right.
It was fun playing with it while he could.
Ew.
The memory of his fun was burned into his mind to enjoy for nights forwards.
No.
He rolled, looking up at the ceiling, sighing. He stuck out his thumb and index finger to resemble a tweezer and started plucking at nothing, humming about Mary's little lamb, her fleece as white as snow. Remember to check out my new animation channel, The Rubber Talks, where I share my life story, thoughts,
it wasn't even real!
Just click on the link in the description to enter the Rubber's world. Before we end this video, we are proud to present these incredibly sweet pieces of fan art. A big thank you to all of you. You can now send us your fan art, and we will be more than happy to show off your best art piece in our next video.
I forgot.
Check out our description below on how to submit. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Which SCP do you want to see in the next video, and why it is interesting? Let us know in the comment below. We will draw your story and share it with the world. Don't forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. Please share it to your friends if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
I still am tripping over the fact that this dude played with a mannequin. I mean, of course he had to, like, you know, participate in the test, but I forgot about one common rule. The mannequin didn't like females, so I'm surprised it didn't try and grow back a finger, but I forgot, like, she has to, like, do something, like, I forgot what he explained, but it's something where he had to, like, where the mannequin had to do something with the female, and then it would start restoring body parts. So the next time it encounters a female, is it gonna go for the finger, and then, like, use that to, like, retrace it? Because it said, like, she pumped that type of blood in there, and then they would lose that body part in particular, and it would turn into skin-like texture for her, and she would reattach it so she can use that arm. She was replacing body parts, but she couldn't replace everything. I would be literally, I have so many butterflies on my stomach seeing a freaking animate object like that. And then I would be very disgusted that I have to play with an object like that. Why would I want to position a mannequin that has no eyes? It looks like it's bleeding. The cranium is missing. And then it's just moving like this. I'm like, no. I would literally run out of the door, be banging on the door like, hey, open this up. I don't want to participate anymore. The dude literally felt he was getting self-pleasure from all that. I was like, because he said it's the realest thing that he's ever messed with in months. I'm like, bro, you need a hobby. If you were missing playing with like a freaking, I can't go any further with that. But bottom line is, y'all get where I'm going with that. That's where that joke stops. Anyway, guys, it's going to wrap it up for today's episode of Skylight Reacts. If I was in a situation, I wouldn't even volunteer, but it would take me more than freaking 20 minutes to even to engage with something like that. There is no way that they could pay me that much to just start messing around with a mannequin. It just wouldn't be me. I would literally feel bad vibes in my spirit. I would feel like I want to upchuck like everything I ate for lunch, and then my blood pressure would just start boiling because, no, bro. If the thing started walking to me, man, I would have literally like hauled away. I'm like, this thing is lifeless and it can move? No! Like, you ain't gonna get me to do this crap for your research. Why don't one of you suckers come down here and do it? But I hope you all enjoyed. If you're ready for the next episode, you know what to do for your boy. Make sure you smack the like button, subscribe there to join the club, and God bless. Thank you all for watching. Alright, party people, you know how we rock. Get out there on the dance floor and show Skylight what you got.